So anyway, we really appreciate you coming out.
Yeah.
What we're doing here, and we can talk about it a lot, is it's headphones.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
so we're looking at the personal media experience. So we rotate them down, they slide along here. This one's being a little cranky today. You know, sometimes they get mad. And the goal is to say that, all right, you walk around, you have a laptop case, right?
Absolutely.
You know, what do you carry in it? Well, I carry my laptop, sometimes a tablet, headphones. I don't want to add more crap to that bag. So we say, take those headphones, let's replace those premium headphones with ANC. And put in something that then can give you premium video off your phone.
Oh, awesome.
And then off your phone, you only can accept a certain field of view. We actually had wider field of view lenses in here, but it made it harder for people to see stuff like Netflix. And so we brought it down to something where just about everybody goes, boom, that's what I want to see. So what we've done here is we first did premium audio, and when you look at vision, you look at emissive panels, you're really putting a screen up here. And that's tough. It's tough to make that feel nice. Yeah. And so what we've done is instead of putting a screen there with lenses, we figured out how when you look around, you see all this reflected light. And we said, okay, how do we do that? And then we went out and we figured out how to do this virtual retinal display. And so we try to send light into your eye to mimic how you look around and see. And we've just done that to make it a little more comfortable. So when you sit down and play games for a couple hours or watch movies for a couple hours, you don't get the eye fatigue or headaches that a lot of people get.
Yeah.
So we'll have you try these guys out. Volume's over here. So it's just fun. So headphone mode or otherwise, it's the same operation. This is interpupillary distance. So you twist it here and then we lock it. And so setting up takes a little bit of time, but think about when you get a phone first, you know you got to go through and do all the configuration. This is the same thing.
Anything like this, people are going to have to set their IPD somehow.
And
until it happens automatically.
You know,
very customized, absolutely.
Yeah, but we like the idea of locking it. So we make it a little tougher to adjust because you don't want like big old knobs out here when you're walking around.
It's a one-time thing. If it's one person that's having it.
Yeah, or even if you're sharing, you know, you don't do it here. We're doing it every day.
Yeah.
About 100 times.
Yeah, 100 times a day, right?
Yeah, and then down here is focus, and I don't know what your guys' glasses are. This is a little bit off. We had to do a last minute replacement with an off-the-shelf optic.
I can tell you the dive couldn't get me in focus completely, which is has a similar kind of setup.
Yeah, so we might not be able to get you in focus completely. If we don't, I apologize. We're looking to extend the range.
Yeah, I can see what it should be. But
yeah, no, I understand that. I used to have I used to have horrible eyesight, so it's something we are very sensitive to, and I actually, I'm a little upset that we haven't been able to, because we had to make a last minute change, that this one isn't exactly what I wanted it to be or what we expected it to be. So just given visual issues, that please accept my apology.
Sure. Accepted.
Yeah, all right. Well, thanks, guys. So we're going to start by showing you some 3D movies, and then we're going to dive into some mobile stuff. So this is off a computer. We're source agnostic. We're content agnostic. You know, it's just HDMI. We got a splitter box here and a power injector box and 2 cables. This is all going to go down to 1 cable. Just plugs in. This is all just for prototyping and testing. So, you know, come on forward. Who wants to go first?
Go Bruce. Oh yes, let's do this.
No glasses?
No glasses.
Yeah,
this is what I have these for specifically.
So go ahead. I tried to move it most of the way in. So first, the best thing to do is to adjust IPD first. And then, you know, if you see pink on the inside, we'll move them out a little bit. So I'll unlock it for you now. Just tell me when you're good here and I can lock it for you. Okay. And then you do focus down here, but hopefully it's pretty close for you. The best way to put this on is start back here and then move it forward until it's right up against your forehead.
Excellent.
And we tried to make this fit, you know, most heads, most eyes. Yeah. And that's a hard problem.
It's the first head-mounted display that hasn't had trouble with your hair, Bruce. Right?
Well, you can't ruin anybody's hair. So you might have to hold it up a little bit. We don't have it good.
No problem.
But is your IPD okay here?
Yeah, it actually is pretty good. I'm seeing a pretty clear picture.
If you have a single image, you're saying?
How's that? How's that?
Wow. That's good.
So here's another cool thing.
Wow.
Just let them keep watching. This is my favorite part. This is why we do what we do. This is virtual reality is awesome for at home. We're huge fans here. But in a mobile experience, you actually don't want that immersion because people feel uncomfortable. You know, you're sitting on the airplane. You
Yeah,
don't
I don't want
to
to wonder if someone's like right up in my face. I'm going to take it off.
When you're,
Right, but
when you're
for
focusing,
example, if you drink Coke, you can see it.
If you're talking to me, I have no idea.
Go ahead and try drinking that while you're wearing the headset. It's Coca-Cola.
All right, let's do it. Oh, yes.
Nice.
You can send text messages.
That's great to be able to, like, I can...
yeah.
Yeah, you can text.
Yeah, that's
You
cool.
can
So I can
take,
totally
take
see
a
my
selfie.
phone.
Take a selfie and tweet it while wearing it.
You're in a car.
The color is brilliant.
Now we're going to jump you into Life of Pi, just another movie.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. What happens is
Is
if you
Life of Pi
got
on
a
here?
totally closed view,
Oh.
and even if you just put your hand across your eyes and you're in a car,
Sorry.
the first time you don't see a curve coming up, your equilibrium moves. Your eyes
Yeah.
didn't,
Yep.
you get queasy.
Yep.
But if you have anchor points,
You might be seeing
Yeah,
something
which
here.
happen to
sorry.
be
Yep.
down, our eyes don't
Oh,
anchor
that's
up
the wrong
very
one.
naturally. They anchor down.
That, yeah, I'm really interested in that aspect of it.
And so what we
it's
do when
the
we're-
peripheral vision and you know whether horizontal or vertical.
Right. So what we've been finding
how
out
that
is
affects motion
using
sickness.
Here, this should be better.
MacBooks,
Does that look good?
laptops, and iPhones.
Awesome.
And
And as
enjoy
long
it.
as we can see them in portrait and landscape, and still take an email, do a text,
Wow.
go through the phone, we're like, okay, we've got it. And on the laptops, as long as you, and like for instance, what we'll do is we can close the lid and just use the
buttons over
headset
here.
for getting all your audio.
Yeah, it just
and video.
rotates. You got it?
Oh, there we
And
go. I
then
found it.
you
Yeah.
can use the virtual
Wow.
keyboards right off of another device.
Wow.
you
So
don't have to have
the color and
it
clarity
open,
is
so everybody's
outstanding.
looking
What's the
at what you're
resolution
doing,
per eye?
especially
Only
when-
720p.
Wow.
per eye.
That's a super
That's-
clear 720p.
It's
Per-
because of the way we
per eye.
control the
It's
light.
because it's projected light, right?
Exactly. So it's full fill factor. There's no screen door effect, and so your brain's like, I like that.
Oh yeah, this looks better than looking at a 1080p cell phone screen.
Exactly.
Through lenses, through any other, like a Durovis Dive or something similar.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is similar. The colors are just so bright, rich, deep, which is fantastic. Since it's a prototype, it is a little heavy. It's like I do have to hold it up a little bit.
Oh yeah, it's gross.
So is that going to be part of it? Like having because I see it has some pretty good pressure.
We're taking almost half a pound out of there, and it's actually we're targeting the exact weight of like a nice headphone, like 14 to 16 ounces, and all that pressure rests here except for a little bit on the nose bridge.
Exactly.
And so once we get there, we're good. We're also going to put in a battery to give you 3 hours of battery life when you're on the go. That way we don't drain your phone.
Awesome.
So anything you do, and then if you plug into a PlayStation or whatever else, recharge. And we haven't finished writing the stuff for it yet, but it's got a Bluetooth 4 head tracker. And that's so developers can tie in on their phone.
All right.
You don't want to do a plug-in on your phone, because that's really hard to get across devices.
Yeah.
But now imagine, you want to we do some head tracking. We don't have any demos here today for you, which I apologize for.
But yeah, head tracking too.
Yeah,
But we
and then you
use,
just bing.
The existing, the other prototypes, not the rigs here, we use it on Call of Duty, Ghost,
Yeah.
The old one like Modern Warfare,
Right.
and it's killer to be just going through the first round of training the first time, and I'm constantly ready to try to get my hand down and move around. I'm like, no, just look.
Yeah.
Oh
my God,
now I'm
man.
cheating. So
Can you tell us the
rock
latency
it.
on
It's great.
the head tracking?
We had it hardwired like a couple milliseconds, so it didn't even interrupt a frame. Right now, our physical stuff is great. We're actually trying to optimize the Bluetooth comm layers because it's the priority of
Bluetooth is gonna
Bluetooth.
add some,
That's the problem.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is that the chips we're using are 120 hertz each eye. Sources don't even run that fast. But if they did, it'd be 12
Double
milliseconds
latency.
latency in the display. And so that gives us a little room to play with that
You can
Bluetooth
get it
stack.
in that frame.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
So there's a lot of potential for under 20, under 30 millisecond total
Yeah,
latency, which you have to be.
Yeah.
Or did you try the new Sony thing?
Yeah.
So that was about 80 milliseconds lady, and that's
It's
just
great.
motion.
It really felt like 200 to me. I was like, this is.
Yeah. It
The other
felt like
not
about 80 to
acceptable.
me, but
It's
it's
the light.
either way.
You didn't have, you didn't ask for like brightness or contrast. So when
No,
you think
no-
about
no
screens,
adjustments needed.
you're almost always thinking brightness or contrast.
Yeah.
Your eyes are interpreting the light exactly the way you would when you look around
Right.
the room,
Absolutely.
and your eyes do all the adjustment for you. When you look at a screen, you're forced to look at it projecting at your eye, and wherever that brightness is, if the lights go down in the room, it's too bright.
Right.
Yeah.
Here, every time your eyes are looking, they're giving you a comfortable brightness and a comfortable
Yeah, like what?
contrast.
Just go in and out of that a bunch of times. real
Like
fast.
it's just like
Yeah, but you can look
really is
down.
amazing. Yeah.
And nobody
being
like
able to
I
look down
can come in and try to steal stuff. You know it.
Like
Yeah, right. Right. Or
I mean, I can
drink a
clearly
soda.
see. Like I can see from like I have a field of view. Let me see if I can kind of make an angle here, but I can see
Could you use
all
a
of this.
keyboard?
Yeah, I would be able to totally use my laptop and then shift my eyes up to watch the movie.
Yeah.
And then I can look down like, yeah, this is amazing for productivity.
Exactly.
Which is great. And then if it's the final unit, is it like a rotator, or are you just like you're physically going like this?
Oh, no. It's,
like, what are you going to be doing?
We're
with the
exploring the
final unit? What's
mechanisms.
plan?
This one's not our favorite, but it locks in place here. Mark, you want to help him get adjusted?
Yeah, sure.
So you can see here, these come and they lock in place. And so then it's headphones.
Okay.
And then
do
you
I
rotate
unlock
them
the
back
activity?
around,
Yeah.
and we have fixed in the HDMI cables here.
Yeah.
Because we're
So
doing a
from
bunch of
underneath,
demos.
Absolutely.
So you don't want people to yank them out. But we also have an audio port if you want to do just audio only. So, but yeah,